Hello everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to another Watch With Nordic live stream. I got 2 words for y'all. Game 7, the best 2 words in sports. Well said, Mr. LeBlanc James. And welcome back to once again another stream. The last stream of the second round in the Stanley Cup playoffs here this season. And it might be the biggest game in Toronto Maple Leafs history. It might be the biggest game in hockey right now and over the last 24 or over the last year or so, besides obviously game 7 of the Cup Finals. This is absolutely huge. The atmosphere around it is unmatched. 6.5 minutes here till puck drop. I am very excited. All right. Welcome everyone into the chat. Starting goaltender preview, you got Joseph Wall in net for Toronto, Sergei Bobrovsky in net for the Florida Panthers. And I don't think I'm surprising anybody there, obviously, because, you know, those fellas he's been playing the entire series. Here's an interesting thing, though. Anthony Stolarz is backing up Joseph Wall. So after suffering the concussion on, what was it, for in game one, he is back here, not playing, but is in the lineup here for game 7, supporting his team as the backup, which, again, he's not going to probably get playing time, but I guess we'll see. Still a lot of time here to go. Oh, God. Biz is praying. What is this crap? Toronto Maple Leafs will never win. Hey, we'll have to see. Jesus, what is this? Biz is praying to the Maple Leafs right now. What is happening? All right, you can see that crowd, that absolutely electric atmosphere in that city party in Toronto. About 40 seconds here till the start of the game. Here we go. Game 7. The two best words in sports. Now, I've been saying that the narrative around this series and this game for the Toronto Maple Leafs feels very interesting. If the Maple Leafs can find a way to get this game done, more specifically, if the core 4 can find a way to get this done, I think the narrative of them being a team that could never get over the hump changes. If they win this game, they may be known as the team that finally broke through. If they lose tonight, they may be known as the team that couldn't break through. It is a huge game with absolutely insane implications, and I am so excited to do it. Now, I will say, we have streamed a couple of Game 7s here on the channel. Obviously, we streamed Game 7 of Dallas, Colorado in the first round. We also streamed part of the Jets versus Blues Game 7 there, too. And I do also want to say, historically, we streamed Game 7 of Tampa Bay, Toronto 3 years ago. And Toronto obviously lost that game to Tampa Bay. So, in streams on this channel, the Leafs are 0-1 in Game 7s. We're going to do the Watch With Nordic records here now because I think they are very relevant. This is the 10th time we have streamed Toronto in about 70 streams. They make up 7.6% of the teams that we have streamed in these playoffs and during this season. They are 5-3-1 when we live stream them. As for the Florida Panthers, this is the eighth time we have streamed the Panthers. They are 5-2 when we live stream them. So we're going over the national anthems right now. Absolutely insane atmosphere here in Scotiabank Arena. Comment your predictions down in the comment section down below. I don't typically do that, but this is absolutely huge. This feels like a different kind of game. All right, Canadian anthem going on here right now. Just got to take a moment of silence and just acknowledge this. 5-3 Panthers, okay. Man, this is unreal. All right. That Canadian flag going around there in Scotiabank. Oh, boy. And there we go. Anthems are done. It's time. Game 7 of the Stanley Cup playoffs in round 2. Toronto with a win will advance to the conference finals for the first time since 2004. Florida with a win will advance to the conference finals for the third straight season. Starting goaltender preview here, Sergei Bobrovsky in net, a 2.62 and a .895 in this series. Has a 2-0 record in Game 7s. On the other end, Joseph Woll, a 3.28 goals against average and a .893 save percentage. This is his first career Game 7. Again, these are the two best words that you hear in sports. Possibly the biggest game in Maple Leafs history of the last 50 years. The narrative of this core is on the line. Panthers versus Leafs. Game 7 is underway. Face-off won by the Panthers. They'll dump it inside the Toronto zone. Battling here now on the right side, McCabe. Fighting with Tanev, who will clear it around then and try to break it through. Florida a chance. Rodriguez a backhand. And that one goes down low behind the net after saved by Joseph Woll. In the corner now, Leafs pick it up. Marner will chip that one ahead and down and into the Florida zone. And Nico Mikkola will pick that one up behind the Florida net. This arena is loud. Seth Jones with it now. Directs it over then to the right side. Dumped down low into the Toronto end. Back down low now. Clear it out to center ice. Here comes Tavares. John Tavares with some room. Throws it in front. And it's deflected away then by a Panther. Here comes Florida now the other way. A 4-on-3 rushing through. Ekblad joins the rush. Shoots it off the blocker of Joseph Woll. At the point on the right side, a shot on net is also blocked in front. And back down low. Up to the point, Ekblad fires it. Back down low then behind the net. Panthers get it back. Tkachuk sends it to the point. Ekblad waits. Will throw it back down and behind the net. Riley racing forward here now. Here's Reinhart trying to throw it out in front. It's intercepted by the Leafs and they will attempt to get it out. It's kept in. Tkachuk a shot. That one's blocked as well. Ekblad a drive. And that one goes up in the air and wide. Up to the point. This arena is still cheering. Here's Brad Marchand in the corner. Throws it up to the point. Down low now is Ekblad trying to take it. Back down for Verhaeghe in front. And puck gets tied up there by too many bodies. Marchand throws it around behind the net to Carter Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe to the point. Kulikov shoots it. It goes up in the air and into the netting. What's up, Bawn? How we doing? Welcome. And again, thank you all for tuning in. Just want to say, I didn't get to do it a ton last night, but thank you all so much for the donations last night in the Jets versus Stars stream. We obviously got about $30 that we were able to donate to the True North Foundation. I am grateful that we were able to raise that money and get that stuff done. So thank you all so much. And it is incredibly appreciated here. Battling now in the corner. It's picked up by Benoit. Through the zone. Panthers get it. Marchand shoots it. And it goes wide back down low to the corner. Behind the net, Ekman Larson loses control of it. And the Leafs will pick it back up. Here's Lorentz. He sends it the other way. Here's Benoit joining the rush. We'll just backhand it down low into the zone. And back then for Kulikov. Shots are 3-0 Florida. Down low, Lawton. Back for Lorentz to the right side. Kulikov picks it up. What's up, Johnny? Still battling here in the corner. Marchand then through the zone. Nate Schmidt will dump that in for Florida. Joseph Woll then to McCabe. Through the zone. It's picked up again by Thomas, no second, cleared back into the Florida zone. Panthers will bank it up. Here they come the other way. Through the zone, then down low is A.J. Greer. He's tied up by Riley. Panthers get control. A shot from Jones is blocked in front, and Pacioretty will attempt to clear. He gets it out. Here's Max Domi. Poke checked away. Panthers now the other way. Intercepted. Domi banks it down, and Florida just gets it back anyways. Dumped into the zone now by the Leafs. It's Riley. Riley to the point, intercepted. Panthers keep it in. Barkov over Reinhart. Fans on the shot. And back down low to the corner. Here's Barkov now on the right side. Rodriguez picks it up. To the point. Ekblad shoots it just wide. The Leafs will break it out to center ice. Panthers get it back. They have to wait to go onside. Here's Barkov. Shoots it. And it goes to the corner. Oh, man. I knew this was going to happen. I got to get used to it. Here's Benoit clearing it into the zone. Intercepted by Florida. They will dump it down low and into the Toronto end. I'm about to cry. I get into a zone, and then all of a sudden my voice is like, nope. Dump down low into the Toronto end. Reinhart on the right side, picked up by Jones. Jones waits, circles back around to Mikkola. He moves in, shoots it, and blocked in front by an own Florida player. Oh, man. Seth Jones banks it down low behind the net. Here's Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe waits, shoots it, blocked in front as it goes up in the air and out of play. And no, it's still in play. Mikkola in front, saved by Woll. Oh, I thought they were going to blow the whistle, but it stayed in play. Here's Jones on the right side, a shot. Blocked in front, goes down low. Pass in front, backhand, and that one's tied up then by Toronto. They will clear out to the neutral zone. Sorry, guys, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, so that's probably why. On the right side, cleared back down low and into the Toronto zone. In the corner, Tkachuk trying to send on the front for Verhaeghe, a shot, and blocked in front there by Woll as well. They're jabbing for it, and finally it comes free. Here's Lorentz. Back down low then is Jake McCabe. McCabe intercepted. Marchand in front, and it's tied up down low. Here he gets it back again. Behind the net then down low. Luostarinen battling for it too. Scott Lawn then breaks it free. A shot in front, saved by Woll from the right side from Marchand. Oh, boy. Florida looks like how they did in Game 5. Just early pressure, constant going. Shots are 5-0 Florida here. Just about 5 minutes into the first period. Face-off now won by Florida. At the point, Schmidt shoots it and blocked in front down low. I don't feel bad. I just I had a cold. And I don't think my voice is still fully back. That's why it's like, oh, no. But it did that last night and it got used to it. So I think I'll be okay the rest of the way. Battling down low now, Greer will throw it up to the point then for Nate Schmidt. Schmidt will fire it back behind the net, picked up by Brandon Carlo. Carlo to Domi, hit in front. Nosek gets it and clears it back down low in the Toronto zone. Morgan Riley here now will hold the puck inside of the Toronto end. And break it out to center ice. A pass in front for Matthews is banked off his skate, and now the Florida Panthers rush the other way. Reinhart for Rodriguez, down low in the corner. McCabe will battle for it with 2, and Barkov gets it back, trying to throw it down low, and Toronto gets there first. Panthers get it back. Barkov to Ekblad, shoots it, and saved by Woll in front. He covers. This is unreal. This is just Florida pressure nonstop. About little less than 7 minutes in, Florida has been pressuring hard. It's 0-0. Thank you all for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. If you are new here, please do consider subscribing. We've got a great community here. Tomorrow will be the Western Conference Finals preview between the Dallas Stars and the Edmonton Oilers. So be prepared for that, coming out to you guys soon. Now watch this, guys. The Leafs are going to score the first goal in this game. I'm telling you right now, the Leafs are going to score the first goal in this game. With the way that Florida's coming out, Leafs are scoring first. You aren't fooling me this time around, Toronto. You're not fooling me. Watch your mouth. What are you talking about? All right. All right. Face off now inside the Toronto zone. It's Matthews versus Barkov. This arena is absolutely electric. My apologies. Matthews versus Reinhart. Florida with the early insane pressure. Whoever wins this game will take on Carolina. That you are correct, Johnny. Whoever wins this game, whether it's Florida or Toronto, will come out of the Atlantic and face off against Carolina, who came out of the Metropolitan. It's going to be a very intriguing finish to this, I'm sure. Face off, won by Florida. Jones clears it down low to the corner. On the right side now, Reinhart battling with Barkov over to then for Marner. Here's Mitch Marner. Marner the other way, banks it through the zone and stolen back then quickly by Seth Jones. Here comes Barkov. Barkov dekes around, down low, back behind the net, and throws it to the right side. Cleared back down low behind the net for Rodriguez. Intercepted there quickly. Marner battling with Jones. Down low in the corner. Leafs get it back. Now they can finally regroup and get some time going. The Leafs have not been in the Toronto zone, or in the Florida zone, for basically all of the game. A pass up here in front is intercepted. Tkachuk will take it back then and regroup for the Panthers. Clear down the other way. Battling here in the corner. Picked up then. Bennett with a big hit from behind there on Benoit. Leaf fans wanted a penalty, but they won't get one. Here's Toronto rushing the other way. Nylander to Tavares. Tavares with some room. Poke checked away into the zone. It's a delayed offside for the Leafs. And the Panthers will control. Forsling throws it up for Hagee. Waits. Pass in front, up in the air from Riley, and it goes out of play. A good pass there from in the zone. I think it was by Forsling to force that play up and try and get something going there. Here's Brad Marchand playing his 13th career Game 7. Has 7 points in 12 of them so far here throughout his career. These are the kind of stories you talk about forever. That's what he said in the pregame here this morning. Toronto wins the draw. It's kept in, though, by the Panthers. Lostrand back then down low. Lundell feeds it for Marchand. Marchand's hit by Riley, and he gets some big cheers there from the Leafs. Here's Lundell. Waits. Will feed it back into the corner. Lostrand holds. Looks for options. Battling now with Riley. Slid around then down low. Marchand throws it up to the point. Kulikov a shot, and blocked in front down low to the corner. Lundell now on the right side. Marchand picks it up. Feeds it up to the point. Kulikov shoots it. Blocked in front there as well. Puck breaks free. And here come the Leafs. Lorentz banks it into the zone. He's got Yarncrook racing with him. But the Panthers get to it first. Here's Kulikov. Now we'll clear it up through the neutral zone. Intercepted. McCabe. Big hit there by Kulikov. Not letting him get to that puck. He didn't knock him down, but blocked his way. And that's absolutely huge. Domi jumps it into the zone now for Florida, and the Leaf fans won a penalty after he got knocked down. They won't get one. Here come the Panthers. It's Nosek, a shot! And that one deflects back down low and out of play. I'll get there, guys. Oh, my goodness. Face off here now, one down low by the Leafs. Play to the right side now, Matthew Nyes. Trying to clear it out. Mikkola fighting forward as well. Puck breaks free. Rodriguez to the point. A shot. Jones! And it goes into the corner. Here's Matthews. Banks it up then through the zone. Marner will try poking it ahead. It's reluctantly taken back. Here's Matthews. Matthews dekes around. Shoots it. And it goes wide. That's the first real chance Toronto has had. Through the zone then. Kept in by the Leafs. Here's Nyes. Dekes around with some room. Shoots it. And it goes wide of the net. Puck on the right side. It's cleared out to center ice. Leafs now have some real control. Tanev dumps it in. Bobrovsky will attempt to get it now. Bennett picks it up. Sam Bennett feeds a pass up to the neutral zone and all the way back down into the Toronto end. And the Leafs will regroup. Here's Morgan Riley. Cleared through the neutral zone. Down low then. Bobby McMahon will battle for it. On the right side, Domi trying to send it out in front to Pacioretty. And that one's blocked there too. Halfway through the first period, Domi in front. And that one goes wide. Pacioretty, what an opportunity. In the corner now, Gustav Forsling. Banks it out to center ice. Here's Tkachuk. Shoots that one in down low. Bennett races forward with Carlo. Bennett sends it in front. And that one's denied as well. Down low here now. Toronto fighting for it. Intercepted. Here's Kulikov. Kulikov waits. Puck goes down low then and into the corner. On the right side, Marchand will bank it down low. Morgan Riley trying to get to it there as well. And clear it out to center ice. Kulikov a pass to Schmidt. Breaking it into the zone is Florida. Marchand dekes around Riley and loses control of it. Just throws it back to the corner. Picked up on the right side. Jones can't keep it in. Here's William Nylander. Nylander on a breakaway. Shoots it wide of the net. Kept in by the Leafs. Ekman Larson banks it down low and into the corner. Mikkola to Benoit shot. And that one goes wide. Kept in though by the Leafs. Ekman Larson to Holmberg. Holmberg battling here now in the corner. And they don't even know where the puck is Jones battling with Nylander right there. And here he breaks it free. Nylander dekes to the center. Comes in. Directed in front. Nylander! What a save by Bobrovsky! I thought he had that, but no! Bob stands tall. What a stop. Unbelievable, dude. What a stop by Sergei Bobrovsky to lay his blocker down there on Nylander and say, no. Not today, my friend. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. If you are new here, please do consider subscribing to join this great community that we have here on this channel. We got plenty of videos coming out here very, very soon. Be sure to like the stream as well. It helps out with the recognition. That'd be greatly appreciated too. We're on commercial break. Still 0-0. Shots are 7-1 in favor of Florida. They have had control here through the majority of this game so far, but I must say that Toronto did have a couple opportunities there in the last minute or so. .8:23 left here in the first period. Still 0-0. No goals have been scored. You know, fun fact, behind Lane Lambert right now in the Toronto bench is actually Justin Bieber. So he's down there with the common folk. Here's Ekman Larsson. Moves it around the right side. Gets tied up there. Forced to send it down low. Here's Matthews. Banks it off the boards. And back to the right side. Rodriguez will try and clear. It's kept in. Or no, it's not. Here comes Florida the other way. Barkov banks it into the zone down low. And Ekman Larsson gets to it first. And they'll battle for it here in the corner. Matthews with a big hit there on Rodriguez. Barkov tied up there quickly. And banked down low then by Seth Jones. Here's Barkov on the right side. Now Matthews picks it up for the Leafs. Marner will slide it back for Benoit. Benoit will come in and regroup as both teams get a line change. High cadence. Cleared into the Florida zone. Battling down low. Lorentz is tripped. They want a penalty, and I don't think they're going to get one. Up to the point then. Back down low on the right side. Here's Yarncrook now battling with Tkachuk. 2-19s. Lawton fighting with Forsling. Set out in front. Tied up in the crease. And Bobrovsky gets it. There wasn't a shot on net. But the Leafs are really starting to gain some momentum here already. I thought that one was going to be in for sure. Face-off coming up here now inside the Florida zone. It's going to be Tavares versus Lundell. It's won by the Leafs. Riley sends it down low behind the net. Picked up then down low. In front. Blocked there by Bobrovsky. What a play. Here's Marchand. Sends it up through the neutral zone. Lundell moves it in. Fires it. And it goes wide back into the corner. Cleared out to the neutral zone then by Florida. It slides all the way back down and into the Toronto zone. And a delayed offside there for the Panthers. They're going to just blow that one dead. Again, whoever wins this game will take on Carolina in the Eastern Conference Finals. So the tensions are a bit high. Face-off. Won by the Leafs. Here's Jake McCabe. Will bank it off the boards. Played around then. Here's Domi. 2-on-1. Poke checked away. And there's not enough time. Pacioretty up to the point. Tanev. Up a shot at the point. McCabe. Rebound. Tied up by Florida. And slid out. Here's Tanev to McCabe. McCabe back to Tanev. Back to McCabe. Shoots it. And it goes wide. And back up behind the net, down low. A lot of pucks going up in the air and then down onto the ice. Puck will end up going out of the zone and back into the Toronto end. It will be an icing against Florida. Shots are now 7-2. Yeah, ain't nobody want that, bro. Ain't nobody want Toronto. Kidding. All right, looks like they're going to change that initial call. It did look a little bit weird, like that puck was sliding. It was going very slow, so they're just going to bring it back to center ice. And Matthews here now versus Barkov, as it's been a couple of times in this series. Face-off won by the Leafs. Nyes will try banking it through. Puck goes up in the air. A hand pass is waved, but Toronto gets to it first. Here's Benoit. Benoit thrown around them behind the net. Down low in the corner. Puck slides up in front. Nobody's there. Toronto moves it the other way. Matthews sends it up then through the zone. Here's Marner. Marner in front. Poke checked away by Bobrovsky. Oh, what a play by Bob. Cleared down in on Wall. He will get up and move it back behind the net. It's been back and forth here all night tonight. Benoit holds the puck. Reminder, Joseph Wall is on a shutout streak here. Nearly 4 periods without a goal. Here's Lawn. Scott Lawn into the zone. Saved by Bobrovsky. What a stop on Lawn on a breakaway. Flyers legend right there. Scott Lawn nearly had a chance to put Toronto with the lead. And no. Sergei Bobrovsky making some huge saves here in the first period. Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. It's Game 7, the 2 best words in sports. Flyers legend, Nordic 90s. Yeah, okay. I ain't no Flyers legend. .5:27 left here in the first period. Looking at NHL history, longest 7-game losing streaks in NHL history. They're all active. Colorado with the all-time record at 7. Toronto and Ottawa tied at 6. Shot from the point deflected. Down low into the corner. Another chance. McMahon rebound. Stopped by Bobrovsky. Panthers got to wake up here a little bit. They've been giving Toronto a lot. Here they come through the zone. Bennett moves into the right side. Shoots it. Goes up in the air. And out of play. Shots are 8-3 now in favor of the Panthers. Toronto keeps building up on their chances. They're getting more and more opportunities by the minute. Showing off Bobrovsky, career in the playoffs, 52 and 47. Definitely has some more polarizing numbers in playoffs. He's not like his numbers aren't that great, but when he locks in, he can lock in. Here comes Florida into the zone. Verhaeghe shoots it just wide of the net and down low. Tkachuk trying to get to it now. It's Bennett on the right side. Sam Bennett banks it down low in the corner. Poke checked ahead, then down low Verhaeghe. This Leafs arena's loud. Verhaeghe shoots it. Blocked as it goes all the way back out of the zone and into the Florida end. Yeah, Bobrovsky, his numbers aren't incredible. Like, there are no Vasilevsky or any really good goaltenders' numbers in the playoffs, but he's somebody who can lock in when he's really locked in. But when he's bad, oh, he's terrible. There's really no in between. Here's Nyes to the right side. Bank down low. Rodriguez with some room. Moves in. Can't tuck it. To the right side, Reinhardt. Back down low behind the net. Rodriguez fires it again. Glove save by Wall. 4:09 left in the first. Bring it home, Florida. We'll see, Josh. We shall see. Face off here now, won by the Leafs. To the right side now, down behind the net. Losterrainen picks it up. Intercepted by Tanev. Tries feeding a pass up. It's kept in by Florida. Intercepted. Here's Lon. He sends it the other way. Lorentz. Save by Bobrovsky. Another 1-0 breakaway. Denied. What a stop. What a stop. Jesus. Face off inside the Florida zone is won by the Panthers. It's kept in by the Leafs. Down low now, McMahon. This Leafs fourth line has played unreal here tonight. Here's Domi to the right side behind the corner in the net. McMahon sends it to the point. Riley to Carlo in front. And stopped by Bobrovsky once again. He's been denying absolutely everything here so far in this first period. 3:34 left to go. Starting off struggling hard. The Maple Leafs have found a way to start pressuring back. Here's Tanev to McCabe. McCabe shoots it, goes up in the air, and out of play. Shots are 7-6 in favor of the Panthers, but the Leafs are crawling back. It was 6-0 Florida in terms of shots earlier in the game. Toronto has had the last 6 shots, essentially. Reinhardt versus Matthews. Face-off is won down low. Reinhardt then for Jones. Jones clears around to the right side. Played up to the point. Kept in Tanev to Matthews. Saved by Bobrovsky again. Good Lord. Absolutely stoning this core four. What a save by Bobrovsky from Austin Matthews. This has been absolutely phenomenal. Face-off again, won by Florida around the corner. Jones trying to clear. Mikkola to the right side. Nylander battling for it. Marchand clears it through the zone. They'll gain the red line and dump it in. It'll go up and out of play. So I think the face-off will come out of play. Out of Toronto's zone, that is. About 3 minutes left in the first period. So it'll come to center ice, as that's where the puck was cleared from. Shots are 7-7. 7-7 in Game 7. Isn't that ironic? Tavares versus Bennett. Bennett wins the draw. Forsling will clear it through the neutral zone. Toronto gets control. Here's Riley. Morgan Riley feeds a pass through, intercepted, and banked off the boards now the other way. Riley just clears it right back in. And down low now is Bobrovsky. Here's Tkachuk. Will feed a pass up then for Verhaeghe, who battles with Carlo. It slides all the way back down and into the Florida zone. Forsling to Ekblad. Ekblad a pass up. It's banked all the way back into the Toronto end. Wall can't get it as he goes out to get the puck. And OEL just banks it then for Matthews, who gets tied up by a ref. Couldn't move the puck. He does get it free, though. And now Benoit moves it the other way. Simone Benoit to the right side. Battling here down low. Cleared back all the way behind the net. And successfully picked up by the Panthers. Nice, trying to keep it in. Puck slides free in front. And we get a whistle here and a penalty. And it's going to be against Toronto. Let's see the call. Oh, too many men! You gotta be kidding me. Oh, no. Oh. Yeah, that's definitely too many men. Oh, man, Benoit, that's terrible. All right, Florida. They haven't had much of the momentum here these last couple of minutes. Let's see if they can change that narrative here with the Panthers power play coming up. 2:06 remaining here now in this first period. Face-off won by Florida. Ekblad over to Jones. Jones moves in, feeds it up to the point again. Ekblad down low then for Reinhart. Reinhart fans on the puck and cleared by Tim. No, it's not. It's kept in. What a play by Seth Jones. Barkov now to the right side, battling with Matthews. And McCabe as well. And finally, the Leafs do clear. And all the way back down low. Cheers here from the Toronto crowd. Here's Seth Jones. He'll drop it back. Sam Reinhart will move it down the other way for Ekblad. Ekblad waits. Back now in the corner, Tkachuk. Feeds it up to the point. Nobody's there. Florida gets it back now. Here's Jones. Jones through the zone. Seth Jones will break it in, will drop it back, and now here comes Reinhart. Reinhart feeds it up to the point. Jones to Tkachuk. Dekes around and waits. Will throw it into the corner. Reinhart back again, Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk. Pass in front, tries forcing it, and that's not good enough. Here's Ekblad then back again for Matthew Tkachuk. Sends it in front, saved by Wool. Ekblad now with it. Around to the right side, will bank it back behind the net. Last minute of play in the first period. Tkachuk back down low. Reinhart to Barkov. Barkov waits. Holds at the point. Down low, Tkachuk at the goal line. Back to Barkov. To the point. Jones saved by Wool in front. Rebound is tied up and sent back up. Jones now gets it back. Shoots it. Saved by Wool and cleared. 20 seconds on the clock. 16 on the power play. One last push for Florida with 15 to go. Seth Jones drops it back. Here they come through the neutral zone. Down low, Bennett still has it. Shoots it through the crease, and it'll come back out. 3 seconds left, and that'll pretty much do it for the opening period. No goals in that first 20 minutes. Shots were 9-7 in favor of Florida. It wasn't perfect for either side, but at least it's scoreless. Unbelievable end to that period there. That being said, it is intermission time, folks. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. And we will be back for the start of the second period in about 20 minutes. Both goalies are playing absolutely insane. All right, let me all right, I got to grab my computer charger. Or not my computer charger, my phone charger. Yeah, I agree. Toronto looks like they have the momentum, honestly. But it's not over. It is not over, guys. This really does feel like it's been a game of momentum throughout the entire game, essentially. So, whew. Thank you all for tuning in so far. I greatly appreciate it. This is the second Game 7 we have done a stream on. A full stream on, that being. Whew. That was a wild first period, too. That makes me very excited for the second and third. We got a little bit of breathing room here. Still scoreless here after one. They got Colby on the panel tonight. No way. What is this? Oh. That's a crazy reference. Toronto's drinking out of a fire hose. Go Cats. Got a couple Cats fans here in the chat. You guys probably can't handle Steve Dangle. That's why you're here. Huh. Who else is live for tonight's game? Oh my god, so many people. Literally like every YouTube channel. Oh my god. All right, still got about 8-9 minutes or so until the start of the second period. Almost halfway through the playoffs, guys. Can y'all believe that? We're almost halfway through, but like the second half is gonna go by so much faster. Well, maybe not actually. It might go this. It might still go the same. Oh. All right, about 5 minutes here till the start of the second period. All right, second period coming up in a moment. In uno momento. Probably in about another 3 or 4 minutes or so. So, thank you everybody for sticking around. First period recap. Zip. No goals. All right. Minute and a half. T-minus. All right, 30 seconds, everybody. All right, let's get ready here. Start of the third period, the second period. First period recap. No goals from either team. The goalies made some remarkable saves. The Panthers had a power play, but nothing came through of it. Here we go. Start of the second period of the Stanley Cup playoffs in 2025. This is a legendary crew they got here. All right, here we go. Face-off won by the Panthers to the right side now. They'll play it through the neutral zone. What's happening to the screen? What's going on with the screen? Oh, why did I say third? Sorry. Why did I say third? All right, whistle is blown, and there is a ref that is down. Oh, and they're calling for... Panthers immediately waved down for a medical care. Oh, and blood's coming out. Sorry, I didn't know why I had third. My apologies. Sorry. Ooh, there's like blood on the ice and everything. Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, stick. Oh, my God. The stick of Mikko Mikkola went up in the air and tapped this linesman in the face. And I don't know, it might have been the reflection, but there was a lot of blood on the ground. And yeah, the trainers from both teams came out. And they're going to get a stretcher. EMS is coming out here. Oh, no. Oh, there's blood all over the boards. He's gushing out blood. Oh, that's not good. It was Chris Rooney. Being attended to by the training staff for both teams. So we saw this happen a couple of times. It actually happened like quite a few times in the playoffs, unfortunately. But it's obviously it's not intentional. You know, like he's not intentionally hitting him with a stick like that. But it's a part of hockey. It's a very unfortunate play. And yeah, they got a big towel there held up to his face. Hopefully the eye is not damaged. He's skating off the ice now with both trainers. And both teams are kind of having stick taps here. As he leaves the ice. And that's the unfortunate part of hockey. Things like that really can happen. And it looks like the backup referee is going to have to come in here now and actually do some commentary. Or not some commentary, make some calls. So very unfortunate there. But unfortunately, that is something that is very common. And there is a lot of blood on the ice. They're trying to just clean it up here just now. And they'll get a backup. They'll get a backup referee out there now. It's Garrett Rank, who is the alternate referee. Well, I mean, he was facing away, so, like, I don't really know how you would have expected him to not know that that was his stick. Apparently, Mikola didn't know it was his stick that was popped off, so I don't know. Yeah, prayers to that ref. Hopefully he's okay. That happens a lot. That's happened, like, 3 times in these playoffs. And they're going to look at it. They're not going to call a penalty, but they're talking to the situation room here in Toronto. Ironically enough. All right, they're going to continue playing. Just it's going to... Took a little bit of time for them to sort that out. It's going to be Garrett Rank as the new alternative official. Unfortunately, it's very common. It's a freak accident, but unfortunately, things like that do happen in the sport. But it is what it is. So Garrett Rank will come in here. They're just taking some time to get rid of the ice on, or the blood on the ice. It might take a couple of minutes here. So nothing but the best to Chris Rooney. All right, here we go now. Face-off coming up here. 19:47 left in the second period. Took some time to sort that out. But here we go. We're back underway. Reminder, it's still Game 7, folks. Don't forget that. Face-off coming up here now inside of the Florida zone. It's won back by the Panthers. On the right side down low, here's Reinhardt. He'll clear it out to center ice, through down the other way, out to the neutral zone. Stolen back then by Florida. They got to wait to gain the zone. Jones dumps it in. Puck goes back then behind the net. Battling with it now is Carlo to the right side. Puck will slide all the way back down and into the Panthers' end. Jones sends a pass up. Intercepted. Here's Brandon Carlo. Carlo feeds it through center ice and down into the Panthers' end. It'll be an icing as he could not gain the red line. Shots are actually 8-7 in favor of Florida. My apologies for that. But so far, no chances here. It did kind of get a little bit competitive and a little bit fierce in the first period. So I would imagine maybe things kind of calmed down here a little bit. But I've been reluctantly proven wrong before, so I would not be shocked. Face-off won by Florida. Tkachuk shoots it, and it goes wide to the right side. Another chance. Saved by Wall on the pad from, I think that was Aaron Ekblad. Panthers will get it back here in their own zone. Forsling feeds it all the way down the other way. Racing forward is Verhaeghe. He'll get to it first. Verhaeghe in the corner will bank it back down low for Bennett. Bennett to the right side. Tied up there down low by Carlo and picked up by Matthews. Through the neutral zone, cleared all the way down and into the Panthers' end. And Verhaeghe will get it back for Florida. They come the other way. Toronto's D will snatch that away from them. Riley feeds a pass to center ice to Matthews, who backhands it in. It goes wide of Bob. Down low now, Forsling. Gives it to Bennett. Bennett to Ekblad. Ekblad waits, feeds it up to the point. Looking, sends Bennett into the zone. He'll drop it back. Verhaeghe. Marchand a shot. And it goes wide on the right side. Puck is cleared out all the way out into the neutral zone. Nate Schmidt will just simply dump it right back in. And Panthers come right back. Here they go down low. Lundell in the corner to Marchand. Comes out in front and nobody's there to pick it up. And kept in the zone by Schmidt. What a play there, denying Toronto a rush. Here's Marchand down behind the net. Brad Marchand with some room to the point. It's Kulikov. He shoots it and it goes wide. Back to the point then. In a shot again from, I think that's Gajovic, and that one's quickly denied. And that one slides just out of the zone. Here's Yarncrook now, who will gain the red line and dump it into the Panthers' end. Shots are now officially 9-7 in favor of Florida. And here come the Leafs. Domi hit back down low then by Nosek on the right side. Thomas Nosek Down low in the corner, intercepted. Behind the net, Pacioretty to the point to Benoit. Tanev over. McCabe waits, shoots it, fans on it, and they try and rush it the other way, but Carlo's right there. Panthers get it. Here's AJ Greer, shoots it, saved by Joseph Woll with the chest. AJ Greer with plenty of room and could not get it through. Oh my goodness. Both teams' top lines out here on the ice. 17-14 left in the second. Panthers with the pressure here a little bit so far. Thrown up to the point. Down low now in the corner. Leafs dump it up. It's kept in. Barkov shoots it. It goes wide. Kept in the zone then Nico Mikkola. Intercepted by the Leafs. Here comes Nyes the other way. Nyes to Matthews. Intercepted. Poke checked away. Marner trying to feed it up. Up to the point. Carlo a shot. And that one's blocked as well. Here they come now the other way. It's Barkov. Alexander Barkov through the zone. It's Seth Jones. Jones, a shot. He scores! Seth Jones! A deadline acquisition. And Florida is ahead in the second. And they silence the Toronto crowd. Seth Jones with the goal. About 3 minutes into the second period. And the crowd is silenced. So Seth Jones breaks that puck into the zone. I don't know why I thought it was Barkov, but Jones will bring that one in, gets the shot there right past Joseph Woll. And the Panthers have the 1-0 lead. It is now up to the Leafs to answer back and fast. And that play is blown dead as I think it was a hand pass. That's Seth Jones' third goal this postseason. Remember, he was with Columbus and Chicago for many years. Has not played a playoff game in nearly half a decade. And comes here and scores the opening goal for Florida. And they take a 1-0 lead. Face-off coming up here now. Again, it's center ice. It's won by Florida. Played back down low into the Panthers' end. It's Forsling. Forsling feeds it around to the neutral zone. Tkachuk to Verhaeghe. Here's Verhaeghe into the zone. We'll throw it back down into the corner. Assist on that goal were Rodriguez and Barkov. To the right side, Nylander will clear it down the other way and dump back in reluctantly by the Panthers. Now, if you're Toronto, you got to answer back. You cannot let Florida get a second goal. If they get a second goal, I think this game is done. Here's Holmberg now to Tavares. Tavares feeds it around the right side. Here's Nylander now down low. To the point. Ekman-Larsson a shot. And that one's blocked in front. Here's Kulikov. Feeds it past the other way to Lundell. Lundell shoots it. Saved by Woll. Here's Marchand. Shoots it. Directed in front. And back to the right side to the point. Kulikov waits to Schmidt. Shoots it. And stopped in front there as well. Here's Marchand deking around. Looks to Schmidt. Can't get a pass on there. Will wait. To the point then again. Lustranen a shot. And blocked in front there as well. Marchand to the point. Mikkola sends it down low. In front. It's tied up. And back then is Nylander as I think that was McMahon that slid into Woll. Both look okay. And here come the Leafs. Nylander with some room. Shoots it. Saved by Bobrovsky. Nosek now battling on the right side. Panthers get full control. Schmidt clears it through. Into the zone now. Nosek waits. Shoots it again. And that one goes wide as well. Here's Max Domi banking it off the board to the right side. Greer cleared back down low then. Racing forward is Gajovic. In the corner down low, kept in by Florida. A pass over Forsling. Blocked in front. It goes off of a Leaf. And back out to the neutral zone and cleared back in by Florida. Carlo on the right side, cleared back down low. This Leafs arena is still loud. Panthers clear it now down the other way and into the Toronto zone. Tanev on the right side holds the puck. Waits. Feeds a pass over, then the other way. Toronto picks it up. Nyes will clear it into the Florida zone. Ekblad on the right side. Banked off the boards and down behind the net. Marner with it now. Mitch Marner waits. Throws it in the corner. Ekblad with it again. Puck is cleared out to the neutral zone. Carlo in the Toronto end. To Benoit, who regroups. Down the other way. With it now down low. McMahon sends it through the neutral zone. And Florida tries to rush. Big hit there from Domi on Verhaeghe, who makes the stop. And cleared now the other way. Domi racing for it now in the corner. Behind the net. Waits and gets tied up there by Bennett. Oh, man. Here's Verhaeghe to the right side. Cleared down low. Riley banks it off the boards. Now Marchand fighting for it. Tavares to Riley. Oh, I'm dying. Here come the Leafs the other way. A shot saved by Bob. He'll play it up the other way. Lundell feeds it up then. Brad Marchand. Marchand. Deke shoots it. Saved by Wall. And cleared down low to the corner. Marchand gets it back to the point. Mikkola holds it. Waits in front. Marchand save. Rebound Lundell. He scores! Pressure. On. Anton Lundell. And Florida leads 2-0. As I'm in literal tears. Oh, my goodness. Anton Lundell with the goal. On and on. You let them pressure, they're going to score. Oh, sorry about that, folks. Oh, that's 2 goals in 4 minutes for the Panthers. Here's Barkov to the right side. Banked off the boards now the other way. 3-on-2 for the Panthers. Rodriguez a backhand and down low to the corner. Rodriguez back then for McCabe. McCabe to Tanev. Over for Nyes. Matthew Nyes banks it off the boards to center ice. And picked up then by Marner, who races the other way. Marner fighting with Mikkola. Puck breaks free. Barkov racing for it now. Alexander Barkov banks it down low and into the corner. Fighting now with Morgan Riley. About 12 minutes left here in this second period. Panthers with a 2-goal lead. To the neutral zone, here's Matthews. Shoots it up in the air and back behind the net. Tkachuk cleared out to the right side and all the way back down low and into the Toronto end. Yarncrook to Carlo. Carlo waits. Verhaeghe now with the puck. Around now the other way. Picked up again then by Benoit. Benoit clears it out to the neutral zone and into the Florida end. Behind the net. Cleared in front. And Lorentz is denied there. Back by Bennett. Here's Marchand. With another point here tonight in a Game 7. Down low to the corner. Morgan Riley. To the right side, Marchand. Down low. Picked up again. Schmidt shoots it wide of the net. As Marchand loses an edge. And nearly knocks down Joseph Wall. And picked up again then by the Leafs. Here comes Luostarinen. Through the zone. Eetu Luostarinen. Waits. Throws it back then behind the net. Nosek. To the right side. Looks for options. Will send it back behind the net. Luostarinen to Riley. Hit down low. Now with it is Pacioretty. Or sorry, Tavares. Here's Tavares. Banks it off the boards. Intercepted. It's Jones. Into the zone. Back. Greer. Save. Rebound in front. Loose. They score again. Jonah Gajovic. It's 3-0 Panthers. They're going to look at this play, see if it's offsides. So it may not be done here yet. Tavares trying to break it out. Ooh, that might not be good enough. I need to see a better replay of that. So Gajovic may not have been fully offsides in time before Seth Jones moved it through. Let's see. And it looks like this might go offsides. So this may not be good enough here. This might be going offsides. And let's see here again. Oh, he doesn't touch the puck. No, it's good. Oh, my goodness. A shot now saved there by Wall. A point shot. Forsling blocked in front. And Marner is hurt. And they're going to blow that play dead. It's 3-0 Panthers. Shots are 17-8. The Maple Leafs with one shot in this period. Oh, my Lord, guys. The Leafs are now with a 3-0 hole halfway through the second period. Guys, this is absolutely insane. Oh my God, can these bots go away? Like, dude, these are actually going to make me crash out. Series is over, I agree. Yeah, this might be done. This actually might be done. Seth Jones looks unbelievable. All right, it's 3-0 halfway through the game. We've seen crazier comebacks, but I really don't know. Craig Berube is yelling. He's been very frustrated these last couple of minutes, yelling at his guys, telling him, wake the hell up. Get this going. This is far from over. Don't roll over and quit. Reminder, whoever wins this game will move on to the second round and take on the Carolina Hurricanes. Thank you all very much for tuning in. It is greatly appreciated. If you are new here, please do consider subscribing. I know my calls haven't been great because I'm not feeling very well right now, but we're still fighting. Here's Tanev. Chris Tanev to the right side. Down low in front, Lawton. Over for Yarncrook. Bank back down low into the corner. All it takes is one, and maybe Toronto can make a comeback here. See ya, Bon. Have a good night. Down low now. Here's Tanev. Fighting with Barkov to the right side. Puck slides the other way. Intercepted. Lorentz in front. and that puck is jabbing, bouncing up in the air too much for him to do anything. Here's Tanev to Ekman-Larsson. 9:25 left here in the second period. Here's Domi through the zone, intercepted. Here they come the other way. 2-on-1. Bennett into the zone. Tied up there. What a play by Benoit. Here's Verhaeghe. Moves in, shoots it, and it goes up in the air and back up to the point. Here's Ekblad now to the right side. Verhaeghe slides it in front. Saved by Woll. They're jabbing at it. They still haven't blown the whistle. And puck is back behind the net. Verhaeghe waits. Feeds it up to the point. Mikkola. Woll without his stick. Verhaeghe shoots it on net. It deflects. And back to the corner. Now here Bennett. Woll gets his stick back. Here's Marchand. Behind the net. Marchand to the point. Verhaeghe shoots it. Deflected just wide. It's all right. I'm going through, I don't know what's happening. I'll be fine for a little bit. And then all of a sudden my voice will be like, nope. And then start coughing a ton. I don't know what it is. Here's Marchand to the right side. Then Lundell. Anton Lundell waits. Fires it. And blocked in front. Rebound in the crease. Woll makes the save. It was loose, but the refs couldn't see it. So they blow the play dead. And we'll go to commercial break here. It is 3-0 Florida as they have led the charge here these last couple of minutes. Toronto's got to wake it up. Toronto's got to wake it the hell up. Florida is killing them right now. LeBlanc James streaks with just a Panthers jersey on. Okay. Shots are 20-8. Leafs have one shot in this period. Still tons of time left, yes. I don't think it's over until it's 4 or 5-0 Panthers. If not, then I think this is pretty much done. Or if not, then this is not done. But if that's the case, then this is pretty much done. As I struggle to say what I'm trying to say. Good Lord. I cannot wait to listen to the SDP now, tomorrow. Holy shit, he has 20,000 people in his stream. So the record for the most amount of Game 7 losses in a row is 6. Or is 7 held by Colorado. If Toronto loses tonight, they tie that record. Paul Maurice, 5-0 in career Game 7s. Face-off now here in the Florida zone. Showing off Craig Berube, who is probably very frustrated here with his team's performance here, especially in this middle frame. Here's McCabe, now back to Tanev off the draw in the Toronto zone. McCabe cleared around to the right side. Leafs get it. Pacioretty sends a pass up. Intercepted. Barkov through the zone. Over then Rodriguez. Circles back around. Will throw it up to the point. Mikkola slides it down low then for Barkov. Barkov to the right side then for Matthews, who tries playing it up there as well. Pacioretty to Marner. Banked through the zone. Now Mikkola with it. Clears it out to center ice on the right side. Barkov battling for it now with Marner as well. Puck is played up then through Rodriguez. And Toronto intercepts. Matthews clears it down low. Racing forward is Pacioretty. And we get a whistle here for icing? Well then. Well, whoever wins this game will take on Carolina on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on TNT. I can confirm you guys we will be live for that game. I'm not 100% sure about Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals on Wednesday. I'm still figuring out my schedule, but hopefully we will be live for that one as well. I can tell you for sure we will not be live on Thursday That is prom. Cadence will not let me skip that. Face-off won by the Panthers. Cleared down low into the corner. Here's Sam Bennett. Thrown in front. Rebound for Hagee. What a block by Carlo. He blocked that with his buttocks. And that might save Toronto's season if they have any hope at all here. Around now to the right side. Bennett battling with the puck. Cleared all the way back down low and into the Toronto end. Through the neutral zone and down low into the Florida zone. Bobrovsky over for Forsling. Gustav Forsling then for Ekblad to Bennett. 3-on-2 for the Panthers. Bennett dekes around. Sends it back behind the net to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe to the point of shot. Schmidt! And blocked in front there. Here's Bennett to the right side. Sam Bennett trying to clear it down low. It's stolen back then quickly by the Leafs. It's Morgan Rielly. Rielly banks it through. It goes up in the air and in the Bobrovsky's glove. Career playoff points all time against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Brad Marchand is second place in that record, just behind Mr. Hockey Gordie Howe. Face-off coming up here now once again inside of the Florida zone. Toronto with just 2 shots in this middle frame. It's 21-9. 3-0 Panthers is the score. Face-off won by Florida down low. Luostarinen to the right side, battling for it. Mikkola sends it up to the point. Rielly intercepts. A shot goes down low. Here's McMahon. Bobby McMahon to the right side. Mikkola trying to clear it around. And here's Domi to the point. Rielly to Ekman Larson. A shot blocked in front there by Lundell on the right side. And down low to the corner. Here's Mikkola to Holmberg. Holmberg feeds it up to the point. A shot blocked in front. It slides up then and out of the zone. And Toronto is forced to regroup. Here's McCabe, a backhand through the zone now, down to the right side. Luostarinen to Mikkola. Battling here now in the corner. Puck will finally break free. It's Seth Jones. Jones tied up. They're trying to get the puck loose, but Jones is just holding it there. 5:40 left here in the second period. Luostarinen clears it all the way down through the neutral zone. Racing for it now is McCabe. For Tanev. Tanev back for Lawton. Lawton will clear it into the Toronto zone, and Bobrovsky will steal that puck and cover. Late in the second period here, Florida with a 3-0 lead. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. I feel for you, Swogo. I'm so sorry. I greatly apologize, Mr. Swogo. Thank you all for tuning in. I very greatly appreciate it. Gained a couple of good subscribers here in this stream. That is always appreciated. And seeing all these clips of Mitch Marner and all that, this is just crazy. Here's Justin Bieber, two-time Grammy Award winner, with his wife Hailey Bieber there as well. Face-off won by the Leafs. A shot there from Marner. Goes up in the air and into the boards and out of play. Coming down here now the other way. Rodriguez racing for it. Tied up there by Ekman Larsson. You think one more goal might end it here. Here's Barkov. Barkov to the right side. Matthews with the puck then. Riley shoots it off the boards. Through the zone, intercepted. Mikkola clears it into the zone. And Toronto will now regroup. Shots are 22-10. They have silenced this crowd. Here's Jones deking around in front. They score! Or no, they're blowing it dead. Garrett Rank says no. The puck did go into the net, but the Leafs might get bailed out here on this one. Let's see what the call is. I can't hear, bro. I can't hear what bro is saying. What did he say? I don't even know what he said. Looks like Lundell has gone to the Panthers dressing room. Oh, he kicks it in. Oh, no. Woll hits it with a stick, though. Didn't we see that the other day? In Dallas, Winnipeg? Oh, it's another one of those calls. This might be like series determining too. Are they going, is this is not going to be called, is it? No, I don't think it's going to be called. So it's a kicking motion. The Leafs do kind of get bailed out there. And no, they're going to look at it. Never mind. They are going to look at it. If this goal is called, this might be the season right here. I don't know. You called the one the other day with Hellebuck? I'm not 100% sure. And it looks like it might be goalie interference. I don't know. That might be called. I'm not sure. Just going to shut my door real quick. Let's see what the call is. So Jones comes into the zone on the right side. It looks like he does kind of kick it, but... And yeah, they're going to wave that off. It's going to remain 3-0 here. Little controversial, but, you know, looks like it might have been goalie interference. It is what it is. Down low here now. It's up to the Panthers. Let's see if they can get it back. Cleared back down low. Verhaeghe banks it down low into the zone. Intercepted in front. And tied up there again by the Leafs. Here's Nylander. Sends a pass through the zone. Here they come the other way. Tkachuk with Verhaeghe. Tkachuk waits. Feeds a pass up to the point. Jones a shot. And stopped there by Woll. Here's Forsling now. And that one goes up in the air. And back to the right side. Tkachuk holds it. Waits. Battling now down low. Banked off the boards. Tkachuk waits to the point. Ekblad to Forsling. In front. Deflected. Woll with the save. It goes in the air. I have no idea where that went. Here's Ekblad now to the right side. Pure Panthers dominance. They got Toronto on their heels. Forsling a shot save. Rebound. Marchand trying to tuck that one in. And that one's denied as well. Kept in here, though, by Florida. Luostarinen into the zone now. Loses control. Does get it back. Feeds it to Marchand. Marchand to the point. It's been full Florida control. Schmidt over to Kulikov. To Schmidt. Shoots it. Blocked in front. And Marchand gets it back then down low. Brad Marchand waits. Shoots it again. And a save by Woll. And it looks like there's boos that are starting to pop up here inside of Toronto. Face-off won by Florida. Jones shoots it. Goes wide of the net. That was nearly Jones's second goal of the game there on that earlier play. He's had an unbelievable game here tonight. Behind the net now, Joseph Wall. Cleared around to the right side. Goes all the way back down and into the Florida zone. That'll be a nice thing against Toronto. I got to say, in my opinion, I think that anybody who criticized that Seth Jones trade is real quiet right now. He has looked absolutely incredible. Marner telling his team here to, quote, wake the fuck up. Face-off. One down low. Morgan Riley to Verhaeghe. Shoots it. Goes off the pipe and up to the point. Jones. Down low. A shot. Blocked. And goes down behind the net. Tkachuk now battling for it. Played out in front. And picked up again then by Marner. Mitch Marner cleared to the neutral zone. Getting it then is Jones to the right side. Stolen back then. Here's Marner. Mitch Marner waits. Regroups with it. Feeds it in front. Deflected. Saved by Bobrovsky. And with 2:40 left, here comes Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk looks a little tired. We'll bank that puck down low into the zone. On the right side now, here they come. It's Scott Lawn trying to feed it past to McMahon. Intercepted by the Panthers. Cleared down the other way. It won't be an icing. Battling for it now is Marchand. Back then for Losterainen. E2 Losterainen holds that puck. We'll send it up to the point to Kulikov. He can't keep it in. And rushing the other way then is Pacioretty. Kulikov to the right side. Down low now, Marchand with it. Bank back behind the net. Here's McCabe. Intercepted. Nate Schmidt now gets it. And ties it up the other way and cleared inside of the Toronto zone. Wall to Morgan Riley. It's 3-0 Panthers with less than 2 to go. Through the neutral zone. Forsling will redirect it. Cleared back down and into the Toronto zone. Joseph Wall now for McCabe. McCabe to Riley. Morgan Riley feeds it up then for Tavares. Tavares over to Holmberg. Through his feet in front. And nobody's there. Pass the other way then for Reinhardt is intercepted quickly by Ekman-Larsson and banked into the zone. Batted down the other way. Holmberg regroups inside now the Toronto zone. 1:10 left here in the second period. Through the neutral zone. Toronto dumps it back in. Back down low here in the neutral zone. Slides all the way through. And that one is blown and icing. Thank you, Throwback Chevy. I greatly appreciate that. What happened with the non-call? I don't know. Most Game 7 appearances in NHL history. Ironically enough, it's a lot of Boston Bruins names on there. Brad Marchand with his 13th career. He is tied for second all-time. The most is held with Patrice Bergeron in a two-way tie with 14. So Marchand's kind of right there. Last minute of play here now in the second period. It's Bennett versus Matthews. Panthers win the draw. They'll clear it the other way. Into the zone now is Jake McCabe. McCabe fighting with Losterainen and Ekman-Larsson, who banks it around the right side. Domi trying to keep it in. Slides out. Forsling clears it right back down low. Domi feeds it the other way. Here they come. Leafs a shot. Saved by Bobrovsky. And banked out of the zone down the other way. Here's Losterainen racing forward with Ekman-Larsson. Tied up and down low to the corner. 20 seconds to go. It's kept in by Florida. Here on the right side, a shot blocked in front. Ekman-Larsson gets it right back. 15 seconds to go. Will hold the puck and wait. OEL to Tanev. Tanev feeds a pass up. Then Lorentz will bank it down low into the zone. And now Seth Jones with it with 3 seconds left. And that'll do it for 40 minutes of play. And this place is booing the living daylights out of the Leafs right now. End of the second period. It's 3-0 Florida. That being said, fellas, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. go get a drink, do what you got to do. We'll be back here for the third period momentarily. I don't know, folks. This game might be done. I don't know, guys. This is not looking good. This is not looking good. I don't know, fellas. Got another 20 minutes left here, and it's 3-0 Panthers heading into the third period. What does Toronto got to do better? Just about everything. They look poor defensively. They're making lazy plays. Florida's also just dominating them. It's just dominance by Florida. Matthews on the phone booking his tea time. They're lucky that Jones goal didn't go in. Otherwise, I don't know, fellas. Ooh. Thank you all for tuning in. Hold Florida, finish this up. At least we're one shot away from being up 3-0 in the series. They were, and that's what they're going to be thinking about here this entire time. I know Winslow. I don't know why there's so many of them. They've always been here, but like in the last like 2 or 3 streams, they've had like an insanely increased presence. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, why are y'all here? Was the third goal offsides? No, it was not. So here's the way it works. If Seth Jones was touching the puck, it would have been offsides. If Seth Jones wasn't touching the puck, and Gajovic got out of the zone in time to the point where Seth Jones was able to touch the puck. It's very confusing. You can be offsides as long as you get out of the zone before the player touches the puck. It's very weird. Very, very, very weird. It's quiet. It is so quiet in Toronto. All right, now the Leafs have to come back here in this third period. I just don't see it. Listening only. Yeah, it's hard. There's some things that are very difficult to describe. All right. Well, that being said, guys, let's oh, wrong one.
bench to wake up. Toronto down 3.
Crazy stuff. Yeah, Twitter is probably insane. I didn't even go through all of it. It's probably just absolute shit show. Toronto lost before the game. That's not true. They had momentum for points. They couldn't beat Bob. And I'm going to be honest. After that first period, when I saw Bobrovsky, I'm like, oh, this is over. Who was Marner talking to? I think he was just talking to the team, telling them to wake the hell up. This is just like, this is like really bad. I cannot wait for the LFR. I am staying up for the LFR. We got a podcast tonight. We got 2 podcasts tonight. Me and LeBlanc and all them are probably doing the Masters tonight too. Golf with your friends. It's something we do. I am waiting for that LFR. I am pumped. I am pumped. You know what's funny? LFR is as old as I am. That's the wildest part. LFR has been around as long as I have. I was born in 2007. Steve Dangle started his LFR in 2007. So, just saying, guys. All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, guys. I will be right back in a moment. Thank you all for tuning in, though. This has been a great stream. Please do subscribe if you're new. That'd be greatly appreciated as my voice is fading away. Oh, turning on my fan because it's starting to get hot in here. All right, I've returned. Oh, my goodness. This ain't over yet, guys. I got to tell you, this is not over yet. We're not done yet here. I am not saying we're done yet until the final buzzer or until Florida goes up 3-0, 4 or 5-0. But I don't know. They got bailed out on that one play. They played absolutely terrible. So let's see what they can do here now in this next half. Move on from the core forward. At the very least, get rid of Marta. The only thing that keeps keyboard Toronto, Nylander, everyone else just vanishes during games like this. Honestly, yeah. I mean, Matthews showed up in Game 6. He had his moment, but that looks like a real fluke. I think you gotta get rid of Marner. You gotta get rid of Marner. That's the number one thing. I think after that, maybe Tavares. Like, you can't run it back. You can't run it back. You just simply cannot. So I don't know what you got to do, but you can't run it back. If they run it back, good God. I don't know how the Leaf fans could be sold by that. No playoff success the last 10 years. It ain't over yet, though. I'm not counting them out. I am not counting them out. I see everything about the curse being broken. It can still be broken. I'm not afraid. I am not afraid. You get someone much cheaper than Marner that is twice as good during playoffs. You get Marchand. How about that? You get Brad Marchand. He's cheaper than Marner. If you can't beat him, join him. All right, still in intermission for another 10 minutes or so. Maybe a little less. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. This is a struggle. This is the typical Toronto Maple Leafs, am I right? It's making it way too cold in here. First I was hot, now I'm cold. Hope Florida sweeps the Canes. I'm sure you do, Winslow, as a Caps fan. I bet you do, bro. Whew. Ugh. All right, still a lot of time here until the start of the third period, but thank you all very much for tuning in. Do we cancel the parade now? Not yet. Not yet. I'm not saying anything because whenever I say something, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Oh, that's awesome. They congratulated one of the people on the team. Congratulations. Can we brainstorm Marner destinations yet? Oh my God, we're in the third period. What? That was a very quick first intermission. Oh my God, I was so far off. All right, third period is underway. Here in Toronto, I was very far off. Oh my God. Face off here now, down low, behind the Toronto net. Mikkola clears it down low into the zone. Reinhart battling for it. This might be the last period of the core four. Canes wanted the Leafs. I think Florida can sweep Carolina. All right, they're talking about the ref. Chris Rooney was given stitches above the eye, so it looks like he is okay. He didn't have to go to the hospital. That's good news there for sure for him and his family. Face off here on the right side. It's won by the Panthers. Clear back down low behind that. McCabe picks it up. Sends it around. Kept in by Ekblad. Here now down low. Kachuk throws it in front. Intercepted to the point. Ekblad to the right side. Forsling will clear that one down low to the corner. Verhaeghe to Ekblad. Puck goes up in the air and out of play. I don't know, folks. About a minute left here inside of this third period, or a minute into this third period. Face-off is one back down low. Ekblad to the right side. Stolen back then by Toronto. Tavares through the neutral zone. Puck banks down low. Saved by Woll. Here's Jake McCabe. Up to Tavares. Tavares to the right side. Here's Bobrovsky now with it. Back up to the point. Shot from OEL. Saved by Bobrovsky. And he'll cover that one up. 18:39 left to go in the third period. Toronto needs 3 in that amount of time, or big changes may be coming. Back down low now, Reinhardt sends it to the neutral zone, then to Jones. To Barkov. Alexander Barkov rushing the other way to Ekman-Larsson. Larsson to the right side, played to center ice, intercepted there quickly by Toronto. And here's Morgan Rielly. Rielly clears it into the Toronto zone. Jones in his own end, tied up there by multiple Maple Leafs. Here's Nylander. Sends it down low now, Domi battling for it. Max Domi thrown up to the point. Benoit over a shot. And that one's blocked in front. Here's Barkov to Jones, who breaks it down the other way. Pass the other way. Here's Max Domi. Domi shoots it. He scores! Max Domi! And Toronto gets one. A little under 2 minutes into this third period. Max Domi with the goal. Answers back. And it's 3-1. Can they do the impossible? It's not over yet. All right, Max Domi with the goal. It's 1-0 here. Face-off here now won by the Leafs. Cleared back all the way down into the Toronto zone. Tanev. Thrown around then behind the net. McCabe to the right side. Cleared down the other way. Racing for it now is Pacioretty. We get a whistle here for icing. And what a play by Domi. The Panthers thought that it was a line change, so that's why they had the opportunity there. Domi had plenty of room. Came in, shot that, and roofed that one through the 5-hole of Bobrovsky. $17:37 left to go here now in the third period. Shots are 25-14. And they look like they're looking at the ice here. There's got to be something that's scraped off. It looks like parts of a stick. Now there's some noise here in this arena. It looks like they've changed up the lines a little bit. Berube trying to do that in order to see if he can change the narrative here a little bit. Face-off now won by the Panthers. Cleared down low now. Tanev battling for it. Holmberg on the right side as well. Picked up then. And here come the Leafs. Nyes will send a pass up to the neutral zone. Here's Pacioretty. Tied up then. Bobrovsky will kick it. Back down low behind Patches. To the right side now. Lundell to Marchand. Here's Marchand. 3 on 2 the other way. Marchand fed out in front. And back down low to the corner. Luostarinen battling for it. Marchand, pass in front, directed, they score! Marchand the shot, Luostarinen the goal. And Florida regains the 3-goal lead. And they silence that arena right back. Oh, man. How, man? How? Oh, Luostarinen with the tip. That's brutal. And it's 4-1 Florida once again. So what an answer back there by the Panthers. They take whatever momentum Toronto had and they crush it. Here's Seth Jones now regrouping in his own end, banked off the boards and back into the Toronto zone. Cleared back down low then again. Mikkola going forward, battling with Bobrovsky on the right side. Benoit down low. Cleared in front. And that one doesn't go through. Lawton battling for it. Intercepted by Florida. They'll pick it up and clear. And break it out the other way. 16:40 left to go in the third period. That was a quick answer back there by the Panthers. Almost a minute later. Here they get it again. Rodriguez a shot. That one goes wide. And back down behind the net. Jake McCabe to Tanev. Back to McCabe. As they got Panthers on them left and right. Puck banks off of a skate and goes into the Toronto bench. Wool needs to have that, not going to lie. 100% he does. Yeah, not going to disagree with that. Puck goes through the neutral zone. Back then, Bennett races for it. Puck will slide into the Toronto zone now. Benoit behind the net to Ekman-Larsson. Here's Marner. Marner down low. Mitch Marner banks it off the right side then. Ekman-Larsson picks it up. Will try and move it through the zone. And dumps it into the Florida end. And that's blown dead. Well, this is the last game of round 2. Round 3 will begin tomorrow. Or not tomorrow. Tuesday. Face off here now, won by the Leafs. Dumped inside of the Toronto zone. Battling in the corner, Lundell. Fighting with Morgan Riley there as well. Still jabbing at it in the Panthers end. Domi breaks it free, will send it up to the point. Here's Riley, shoots it, save, rebound. Blocked in front and Marchand picks it back up. Marchand clears it out to the neutral zone. Morgan Riley waits. Gives it up then for Nylander. Intercepted. Marchand sends a pass up and over. Here they come the other way into the zone. A shot! And a save there by Woll on Tomas Nosek. Shots are 27-14 in favor of Florida. It's been nothing but, honestly, pure domination. On the right side, face-off won by the Leafs. Lorentz cleared out to the neutral zone. 15 minutes to go here in the third period. All Florida has to do is just lock down defensively, but however, it's a Game 7. Anything can happen. Lawton through the neutral zone. Kulikov drops it back for Nate Schmidt. Here come the Panthers. Gajovic clears it into the zone now down low. Behind the net, Tanev. To McCabe. McCabe will clear it out to center ice. And back down low. Matthews battling with Mikkola. Cleared all the way back down again into the Toronto zone. It's Tanev regrouping. Chris Tanev. Circles it back around then behind the net. Tanev through the neutral zone. Sends a pass up to Tavares. Tavares banks it in down low. It goes in on Bobrovsky. And he'll cover it up. 14-13 left here in this third period. It's 4-1 Florida. Face-off. One back then by the Leafs. Panthers will try and clear. Barkov will get it out successfully and back down and into the Toronto zone. Ekman-Larsson sends a pass up. Down low all the way into the Toronto zone. Florida zone. Forsling sends a pass up. Here come the Panthers. Down the other way. Banked into the zone by Bennett. Sam Bennett clearing the right side. Down low then Kachuk. And cleared back then by Ekblad. Behind the net. Jones in front. Kachuk. And stopped in front there. I think it might have been blocked. And Ekman Larson sends it the other way and into the Florida zone. Reinhardt to the right side. Verhaeghe. Banking it now down low behind the net. Carlo then back for Matthews. And Kulikov a shot there. It's stopped by Woll. And he will cover that one up. Thank you all for tuning in. If you guys are new here, please do consider subscribing. Max Domi with a goal to give Toronto life. And then Eetu Luostarinen with a goal to take that life away. It's 4-1. I don't know, folks. I'm not liking these odds right now for Toronto. I think this might be it. All right. Well, then. Six straight losses for Toronto in Game 7s. Brad Marchand's career against Toronto in the playoffs has 36 points, is 4-0 in series against Toronto, has 2 assists tonight. Marchand might truly be the bad omen of all Leaf fans. Face off here inside the Toronto zone. I think one more goal, this might be done. Here's Marchand, a shot deflects just wide. To the right side, then Ekblad back behind the net. Ekman Larson clears it up then for Marner. Mitch Marner breaking it out the other way. 13 minutes to go here in the third. Luostarinen to the right side. Riley shoots it wide of the net. And back down low. Forsling will bank that one up and clear it out to center ice. Riley back battling now down low. It's picked up again then by Reinhardt, and he can't keep that one. And now here comes McCabe. McCabe sends it to the neutral zone and down low to the Panthers' end. About 12:40 left, Brian, as they battle in the corner. Barkov fighting too. Tavares with it as well to the right side. And intercepted there. And out to center ice. They try banking it down, and that is also stopped. Here's Ekblad. Aaron Ekblad banks it off the boards then for Forsling. Forsling waits. Will clear it up to the neutral zone. And then Robertson to Pacioretty. 12 minutes left in the third period. Pacioretty goes down. Leaf fans wanted a penalty. They're not going to get one. Puck slides in the other way. Not good enough for an icing. Here's Benoit. Regrouping with the puck. I don't know. This is just back and forth. This is like Toronto can't get in the zone. They can't get any chances going. I don't know, fellas. Clear down to the right side. Now here's Yarncrook. Feeds it in front. Blocked. And back down low to the corner. Bennett to the right side. Kachuk. I would imagine soon. I'm not going to lie to you. Tanev to Riley. A shot. And that one's blocked in front. Goes into the corner. Up above the crease. And then taken back then by Kachuk. He will clear. Here's Lorentz. Will send it back. As the Leafs regroup, it's Morgan Riley looking for options. Riley to Nylander. William Nylander breaking it into the zone. Dekes around and still has the puck. Feeds it in front. McMahon now behind the net. Up to the point to Riley. Riley waits, fires it, and that one's blocked in front. Rebound is up then, and here come the Panthers the other way. Here's A.J. Greer. He's coming into the zone. Dekes around, waits, and he's tied up there by Riley. That could have been bad. Puck is cleared down low now and into the Florida zone. And the Leaf fans really want a penalty here, and they're not getting any tonight. Up at the point, a shot saved by Wall, and he'll cover that one up. Shots are 28-14. Oh, this has been brutal. $10:39 left to go here in the third period. It's 4-1 Florida. And Pacioretty was tripped there by Rodriguez. Not particularly pretty. And yeah, you should probably call that in my opinion. And then the Jones hit there on McMahon. That also wasn't called. Oh, I don't know, guys. I don't know. 4-1 Florida, 10:36 left. And Sam Reinhart scores. They were showing us replays off the face-off. Sam Reinhart will get the goal. And that's the dagger. So sorry about that, guys. They were showing me replays on TNT. He scored literally right off the face-off. And with 10:36 to go here in the third period, Florida has a 5-1 lead. Face-off here now. They'll actually blow it dead. And yeah, Reinhart on the wall. They win the draw, so smart play there. They know where to move. So that turned out to do really good for them. And they move the puck the right way. And Reinhart comes to the center, shoots that one past Wall. And that's the dagger. Fans are starting to leave tonight here. And you hear some loud boos. Leaf fans are throwing jerseys onto the ice. They're flipping off the team. What a picture that is. Cleared out to center ice. Morgan Riley now with the puck. Reinhart through the neutral zone will clear it back down low. Morgan Riley. Up to Nyes. Matthew Nyes takes the puck into the zone. On the right side, puck's in the crease of Bobrovsky and stolen back there by Matthew Tkachuk. Guys, this game's over. We got about 9:40 left here in the third period. This one's done. It's over. And they're throwing things onto the ice mid-play. And I'm not going to lie, I don't blame them. I don't blame them, honestly. These Leaf fans have a right to be pissed. They have a right to be upset. And, yeah. Christ. It's just like, it's actually, like, sad. It's so sad. It's so sad. No matter what, the narrative just doesn't change. I can't believe it. I don't know what to say. Honestly, this entire game has just been Florida dominance. From the moment the puck dropped, it's been all Florida. Oh my God. I don't even know. I'm speechless, guys. I am. I'm just so... I really thought, and I genuinely had that feeling that this is going to be it. This is going to be it. This is going to be the series right here. Florida was going to advance, or Toronto was going to finally break the curse and advance. Nope. The narrative doesn't change. And I think you would be an idiot if they yeah, I know they're throwing shit on the ice mid-play. It's dangerous. Yeah, Jersey throwing mid-play is crazy. Just, you can't, you simply cannot, you can't bring this back. You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't bring it back. You can't bring it back. Face off here outside the Toronto zone. Domi wins the draw. Drops it back. Tanev feeds it up the other way and banked in down low. Here's McMahon. Throws it in front. And that one's intercepted. A shot there from McCabe and denied there by Bobrovsky with the glove. Here's Domi versus Reinhart. Face off, one back by the Panthers. It comes out of the zone. Jake McCabe now regroups. Riley to McCabe again. Through the neutral zone, dumps it down low to the Panthers' end. Domi battling with Mikkola. Thrown around then back for Rodriguez. McCabe sends it into the corner. Reinhart gets it anyways and clears out to the neutral zone. 9 minutes to go here in the third period. Here's Sam Bennett. Bennett moves it to the zone. Deeks just wide. Back then at the point, Forsling shoots it. And that one goes down low to the corner. Here's Austin Matthews. Through the neutral zone. Matthews deeks around. Intercepted by the Panthers. And they'll come back in their own zone and regroup. Did they miss a goal? On the broadcast. Here's Matthews to the right side, then cleared into the zone by Pacioretty. I was like, when did they miss a zone? Down to the right side to the point, McCabe. To Tanev. Tanev gets tied up there by Greer at the point. Here's Tavares, deeks around, holds it to the point, then McCabe will shoot it back behind the net, Pacioretty. Tying it up then is Nosek. Back for Tavares to the right side. He gets knocked down and taken back then by by Nosek, excuse me. Cleared back down low and into the Toronto zone. It's McCabe that will regroup with it. As he'll bank it off the boards and over then for Yarncrook, who will regroup. I wonder how many people are in Steve Dangle's stream right now. Holy shit, 30,000 fucking people. Wish I could get that many people. Most of that is like 300. Here's Lorentz to Lawton. 3-on-2. Lorentz's shot. Stopped by Bobrovsky. 7 minutes left here in the third period. Puck is cleared down and back into the Toronto zone. Carlo will hold the puck. Benoit. Banking it off the boards. Domi to Benoit. Simone Benoit into the zone. Will fire it. It's blocked in front. Rodriguez trying to clear. Nylander gets it back to the point. Domi shoots it. And it goes wide. Banked all the way out then to center ice. Carlo, 6.5 minutes to go. Benoit to Carlo. Shots are 30-16. We have more people in the chat right now than the Leafs do shots. We have more people in the chat right now than the Maple Leafs do shots. Battling here now in the corner. Kulikov fighting with Nyes. Thrown up to the point. Here's Riley. Shoots it. And that one goes down low. Kulikov cleared to the right side. Marner fires it, and that one goes back and up to the point. Morgan Riley dumps it down low. Fighting now is Bennett. Back for Nyes. Down low then Matthews throws it in front, and he's tied up there reluctantly and back behind the net. Puck slides out, then intercepted by the Panthers. They'll bank it out of the zone and down it into the Toronto end. Tanev to Morgan Riley. Riley clears it in down low. Now Mikkola with it for Marchand. Will clear it out of the zone. 5.5 minutes to go. Here's Nylander. William Nylander with his feet. Throws it in front. And that one's denied there to Ekman-Larsson. To McCabe. McCabe a shot. Blocked as well. Down low in the corner. Dominik McMahon a backhand. And that one's also stopped by Bobrovsky too. Cleared around to the right side. Puck will come up and for McCabe here as he regroups. Final 5 minutes here in the third period. Was expecting a much closer game, but no. Matthews a shot. Stopped there by Bobrovsky. It's cleared all the way up and out of the zone as Matthews' pass is missed. Regrouping now the other way. Trying to get it Nyes. Tries sending a pass over. Banked off the boards. Gajovic then for Greer. Intercepted quickly and backhanded all the way back down and out of play. And more people are leaving Scotiabank Arena here. A lot of empty seats. We'll go to commercial probably one last time. Feels like a funeral here in Toronto. Feels like a funeral. This is so, like, depressing. I can't believe it, dude. How are you this consistently not able to finish? Unreal. Actually, like, unheard of. Apparently, a Let's Go Oilers chant is breaking out, which has got to make the Leaf fans feel even worse. What's happening to the stream? Holy crap. It was like 10 kbps. Oh my lord. Sorry about that, folks. What is happening to the stream? Sorry, guys. I don't know what that was. 4. All right, we're back. Tone it down. Good God, I don't know what caused that. But oh my lord. All right, sorry about that, guys. Just glitching. And the Leafs look like they're having 5 forwards out here. Or sorry, 4 forwards. They got the core 4 and Morgan Riley. So they essentially have the core 5. They're going to pull Joseph Woll. Down low now in the zone, Rodriguez. At the point, Riley shoots it. And that one goes back down low. Empty net here for Toronto. Here's Matthews. Banks it then for Tavares. 4 minutes to go in the third. Toronto needs 4 to tie even. Not 4 to win, 4 to tie. Here's Jones, then to Barkov. Barkov to Reinhart. Reinhart battling forward here on the right side. Puck comes free and goes down low into the zone. And back then, Rodriguez banks it off the boards. Will race for the empty net, but Marner gets to it first. Mitch Marner handling the puck. Sends a pass up then through the zone. Pacioretty Drops it back then for McCabe to Marner to McMahon, who rushes into the zone. Down low here now in the corner. Cleared all the way down. And for Marner again, who waits, sends a pass up. And dumped into the zone then by Pacioretty. The boos rain down here in Toronto. It is loud. Pass up here to Marchand, who shoots for the empty net. And he will tuck it. Brad Marchand. Of course it is. Brad Marchand with the empty net goal. And he just helped out the Boston Bruins and the Florida Panthers. It's 6-1. Florida. That's his third goal of the postseason. With that goal, Boston will now acquire Florida's first-round pick in 2027. So look at that. Marchand with 3 points here tonight in a must-win Game 7 game. You know, we said on the broadcast many times today that Marchand said one of the biggest things that he was thinking about, and that he said in the pregame was, these are the kind of games you talk about forever. 2:50 left in the third. These Leaf fans are leaving fast. Here's Benoit to the right side. Benoit shoots it, saved by Bobrovsky. Marchand really is a Leafs killer. This is a horrible scene in Toronto. They started this series off with a 2-0 lead. They were one shot away from going up 3-0. Jesus Christ. Face-off won by Florida. Schmidt will move it, banks it up through the zone, clear down the other way. 2:30 left in the third. Here they come. Nosek shoots it, saved by Wall. He'll cover up. Guys, this is brutal. This is brutal. I have no words. I have no words. Face-off won by the Panthers. Marchand fans on the shot. There is something on the ice. What is that? Saved by Wool. There's like orange shit on the ice. There's like yellow shit on the ice. Let me go look on Twitter and see if I can find what it is. Florida has also been unreal as well. Face-off now won by the Leafs. Benoit clears it out to center ice. A whistle is blown. This might be the worst Game 7 in Toronto history. At least in a lot of the other ones, they've had third period leads heading into the third period. They've blown it in the third. In this instance, I think that might be what it is, Rav. I'm going to be honest with you. Honest Leafs fans, the high time we all admit that the real team of Ontario is the Senators. What's the record in Game 7? It's now 0-7 the past 70 years. I don't know if they own you. But they're definitely better than you in those type of games. Saved by Bobrovsky with the glove. It looks like now Florida will move on and play Carolina for the second time in 30 years. Florida will now will go to the conference finals for the third consecutive season in an attempt for their second straight Stanley Cup. Face-off won by the Leafs. Riley a shot. That one is blocked. Back down low. Thrown up in front. Stopped there by Bobrovsky. Last 2 minutes. The last 2 minutes of the core four. At least what it should be. Let's see Steve Dangle stream. He's got 33,000 people in there. My God. 90 seconds. Lorentz to the right side. Bennett clears the other way. 80 seconds to go now. Time continues to wind down here in Game 7. Florida will advance to the Eastern Conference Finals and play the Carolina Hurricanes. Man. Last minute of play now in the third period. Panthers trying to backhand it through the neutral zone. 50 seconds to go. Time will wind down. And that'll be it. Florida will advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. The Leafs, with their 7th straight Game 7 loss, they're back to the drawing board. 30 seconds left in the third. Time will wind down. If you told me in 2017 the Panthers would go to 3 straight conference finals, you know what? Good for you, Johnny. You know, you guys went through so much. I got to say, you guys have went through so much. It's good to see you guys finally get some deserving time here. Even though, like, I'm kind of tired of seeing you guys win. It's deserving. Final score, 6-1. And the Panthers took Toronto's game plan, crumbled it up into a paper, ate it, and shit it out. Final score, 6-1 in favor of Florida. They advance to the Eastern Conference Finals for the 3rd straight season, the 4th one in their franchise. They will take on Carolina. And you got to think after tonight, that's the end of an era. Well, we have an episode of the Northern Block podcast tonight and the Nordcast as well. We're going to go on there and probably pour our hearts out here about the Leafs. I'm not a Leaf fan, by the way. Just want to say that. We're going to go in here and we're going to talk about how there needs to be changes this year. There has to be changes. You can't sit here and tell me that there can't. I've been making content for 5 years. Thank you, Johnny. I've been making content for 5 years. I've been a hockey fan since 2017, actually. I have witnessed the last 10 years of Toronto, loss after loss after loss. They get a win one year, lose the next round. I also want to say, they played Boston last year. They lose in 7 again. They play this year. This season. Thank you, Rav. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night, dude. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This season, they traded away almost their entire future for two more wins. For 2 more wins. For 2 more wins in the playoffs. Here's Stolars shaking all the hands of all of his former teammates. Won a cup with this Florida team. Obviously, he's going to wish him the best. Wow. Can't believe it. All right, that being said, that is it for me. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you are new. Florida and Carolina should be a great series. I agree. All right, thank you all for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next stream.